Okay. Hello, Wild Wisdom Warriors. Hello, YouTube. Hello. Let's see. I am back on. Let's see if I have sound this time. Anybody who's here, please tell me if I have any sound. Okay, I gotta turn my thing. Okay, like that. All right. Oh, you guys can hear me? Oh, awesome. I am also on what? Can you guys? Oh my god. Am I upside down or what? I went on YouTube. I mean on YouTube live too, you guys. Rotate. Oh. Ah, okay. All right. Am I on YouTube? Okay. Great, you guys. This is just great. Okay, hello everyone. Hello YouTube. Hello Facebook. Apparently, I'm on Facebook as well. So here we go. Lily's Journal coming up. Vino Friday continuing. Take 2. Thank you everyone for being here. Woo-hoo! We've got sound. All right. So here we go. Lily's Journal. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. So today is Saturday. So we're going to do Quintessence of Human Soul again. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the dark side of the truth. Okay. And for those of us shamans that been on the shamanic journey, I thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Apparently, Facebook thing is working too. So, woohoo! Awesome. All right, you guys. So, it's funny. It's funny because oh my God, thank you so much, Adept Guidance, Anna, Bella, Cindy, Joe, oh my God, Yagua, Diane, hi, darling, Ramus, hello, oh my God, hello, everyone who is here joining me. Thank you so much for your patience, you guys, with me. I am very, very late, but anyway, I thought I'll set up a Facebook as well, just to make sure that in case this thing never works, maybe here. So here we go to all of you who's joining me. I am going to be talking today a little bit, since in our take 1 of Quintessence of Human Soul that I was talking about yesterday, what you got to hear in that and sort of is the dark side of the truth of that. Because when we as shamans on the shamanic journey, knowing who we are or achieving the self-awareness, and then we get there and we are then standing in eternity, as I like to call it. So, yeah, Diane, it's Friday somewhere, and it's definitely 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock over there where you are, Diane. So here's to California at 5 o'clock. No, Yanni, I didn't paint this. This has arrived today as a gift. And so I wanted to display my little gift that came at the perfect time this morning. So I wanted to kind of, because the thing is, and the reason why I wanted to talk about the dark side, let me tell you, oh my God, and you haven't heard anything what I just said. So I got to start over. I got to start over. Okay, I've got my divine mama here. This is also serves as the weapon. If you need one ever. Okay. So Absolutely, Yanni. Divine Mother. Divine Mother. Look how perfectly it fits. This wings will knock you out immediately. Okay, beautiful, Anna. Thank you. I'm going to show you guys again. I know you said it was really pretty, and so it is. It's really is beautiful. I know that here at YouTube, guys. I mean, Facebook. All right. So anyway, what you guys end up hearing last time in that short little journal of mine yesterday, what I was talking in the beginning, it was about the essence or the quintessence of human soul, because just the essence, it's been so sort of down. It's watered down. It's watered down. So as what is human essence? But what I talk about is this word that we still have. Not many people use it, but we do still have it. And that's that quintessence, meaning that the spirit of it all. And this is what I've talked about in the past. In the past, I referred to native mythology quite a bit to explain what this human soul is all about, because they have sort of the most accessible sort of to us in this reality, the most accessible to us sort of stories and metaphors and things like that. And even today, the reason I said my wolf, my big black wolf arrived today. So we can look at the dark side of awakening. We can look at the dark side of truth. I also talk about the dark side of ascension in my last video. And that's what you heard at the end. But in the beginning, I've talked about, and since what you heard in the end, apparently we're going to approach this from the dark side first. So things change, and we move on, and we change, and off we go, right? So anyway, you guys, Facebook, I can't talk or anything. I don't know if people even seeing me. My Facebook is glitching big time. Susanna, poor Susanna, she is out of diapers. I am sure she is out of diapers. Do you see what I mean? Susanna's out of diapers. And for those of you that doesn't know who I call Susanna, it's my technology here that infested with ghosts, technological ghost. It's that Antichrist spirit that acts up when I talk about it, right, you guys? Oh. Funny, right? So here's my shamans. Thank you so much. Today is August 22nd, 2020. So journaling this journey. And even though you guys, okay, this is the funny thing, what happens, right? And this is what happens. The journey as a shaman, when you're journeying in the now, because you're always in the now and you're in equilibrium, what happens, because you're operating on the Holy Trinity, or you standing on the foundation of wellness, meaning you have your wings, Holy Trinity. And so your wings are activated. That's your thalamus and your pineal. No, thalamus is your top. Pineal and pituitary. Those are your wings, okay? And then the center, that's your Holy Trinity that gives you the wings in the spiritual world, because that's the heavenly world or heavenly frequency. And so that's the Holy Trinity, right? So as a shaman, you stand in that Holy Trinity, and that's what gives you that ability to transcend duality. And this is where we're going to look at the dark side of ascension, is because that ascension in itself, as a concept, as an idea, as an spiritual teaching, as an I don't know, as a way to attain enlightenment. So far, and I've studied many teachings. I didn't just study New Age. I've studied quite a bit ancient teachings and all kinds of teachings. What I can tell you, what we know as of today, in today's world, in this techno spirituality that controls, that I talked about last time, okay? And this is what we're dealing with. This is the dark side of human reality, and that's what I was talking about, the dark side of the quintessence of the human soul. The dark side is that the harvesting of that human essence. And then how ascension and ascension teaching and some of those people play a role in that harvesting sort of, or serving antichrist, as I call it, because this is this googlies, right, that trying to take the place of God. Oh, the upset. Yes. Yes, 316. I make it fun. Like I said, I must have been a comedian. Oh, thank you, Laura. You said my laughter is wonderful. Great that you, Facebook is hearing me too. Beautiful. See, as we approach this from dark side, we're gonna approach it with laughter, you guys. So my black wolf was on fire big time last time, right? So now I said, okay, no fear. We're gonna go into the darkness and approach this from the dark perspective, because we are standing in equilibrium and as activists of Holy Trinity, so we know who we are and we know that we belong to eternity. And this is when I want to come back and talk about how Native Americans had this metaphors in how they explain the human quintessence, and how that quintessence included all the animal kingdom. And then here's all of your metaphors, the ages, and all of that. It's all just a different form of telling the story of humanity rebirth, okay? Or the new age. As we go through each age, we rebirth. Thank you, Jose. Hi. You said you love it. This is my recent gift, my big black wolf. He's here. My big black wolf. My darling gifted to me as a surprise. And I had no idea, and I so didn't know what to do and what all of that thing was telling me yesterday. And then I look at this, I'm like, oh, okay, I got it now. We're gonna approach this as the big black wolf would, and we'll look at the dark side, since all you got to hear is the dark side last time. So, and this is in a way which was truly silence. So that's why I said even that video from yesterday is kind of funny, because it's metaphorical, because in the end I said, well, the truth about human essence have been silenced. And so as we go through this process of accessing this field, or this fifth element, as some may call, or this quintessence of human soul, or the human divine genetics, heavenly frequency, that we are capable because we're on a spiritual level. We're accessing those within us, just as Christ has taught how to stand in equilibrium, because that's what cross means. It's a human being in equilibrium, and the Holy Trinity is active. Okay? So, but when there is an absence of God, like I talk about, and it talks about that in the Bible. Absolutely, Anna. That's absolutely what I need right now. A big black wolf. No, 316, they're not lower. You got to understand, it's the essence of the animal that is still part of our divine DNA. This is what you would say when you go to pyramids and you see all the animals and their levels and their frequency levels. That's what it is, because it's part of us. But what is pyramid? Pyramid represents our mind. There's chamber, there's eye of Horus and chamber, everything, it represents our mind. So the pyramid is the mind, but it is from inside out. So you look in the chamber from within. And so, but when you go out, right? When you go into external, then your mind, yet still it is within the structure of your mind, but that divine DNA of animals and everything that is on the planet, because you belong to eternity. And then this fifth element is what behind of it all, this and this. So I'm not separate. So I can't say they're lower. In fact, they're much higher in heavenly realms than a human body consciousness, because a human body consciousness is invaded, is in a predatory state. It's working against its own nature. And this is why we need their wisdom right now. Because what is happening is, as you say, 316, that I expose this tricksters and this, in duality. Here it is, here's not tricksters. They think they teach you balance in duality by telling you not to choose one side or another, and just give a little bit into this and give a little bit into that, and then deny your reality. That's basically the 99% of things that are taught, especially in the teaching of Ascension, is to deny the knowledge within, deny your own thing, and constantly triggering you to externalize your reality. That's the parasitic structure. That's the draconian structure. Because the draconian structure does not allow for individual power to exist at all. Because if we go back, what are we right now? What are we freeing ourselves from? We are freeing ourselves from enslavement on all levels. And so that includes spiritual as well. And so we're talking about a lot of times right now, especially right now, what we're watching, and the dark side of reality is coming into view. The reason it's coming into view, because people choose to shine the light on it. Do you understand what is happening here? You have to shine the light on the darkness that is within the reality, so we can transmute it. And this is why I say these journals are not for everybody, because I'm not afraid to use my sword with all those tricksters that are out there. You know what I mean? So when you guys look, and even the fact that Ascension requires you to believe in it, It doesn't matter which one. What is at the core of that belief structure? And this is what I've talked about and touched on in yesterday. You're talking about line the infinity sign, right? Well, because they twisted the circle with the point, the true source within. Because if you from the top, this is you pillar. So that pillar, what they did is they twisted the pillar, and external reality is upside down, inside out. That's how it runs. So you're absolutely right. And so it manifests inside out, upside down, right? Just like the other thing is, you can see the time thing, the sand that goes through the time thing, the glass, right? That's exactly your structure of time. So, but what they did, they twist the time inside out, so it just runs in loops. But that's the draconian loops. So anyway, so we're gonna unloop today, 8/22/2020, 8/8. Let's unloop here and unloop the entanglements in collective, because there's a lot of misunderstanding there of what Ascension teaches is. People will go to, oh, Lily, but you didn't pick the proper Ascension. It was like Laura Eisenhower, remember? Like she was, oh my God. This is a good Ascension, and that was bad. No, it wasn't. What was it? What was teachings? When she was mumbling about Mars, and then she started mumbling about Ascension, but then when the shame that she was running from teaching Ascension and teaching, and protecting basically the 1,000 kids a day missing in America, because her grandfather signed away the lives of 1,000 children a day in America for experiments, and there are aliens experiments, and there are genetic experiments, and then much, much, much worse. Like I told you, go look it up. There's a company in America that had a patent for adrenochrome. Yep, it did. Under everybody's nose. And they're going to tell me that, oh, nothing is happening. We're not infiltrated here. How long that's been going on? How long have they had the patent for adrenochrome in America? Oh, what can't be happening in America? Let's talk about ascension to Mars. Laura Eisenhower. 1,000 children a day disappearing for such atrocious, ferocious things. And she's gonna stand there shameless and tell you that you need to ascend to Mars and not pay attention to 1,000 children a day disappearing. What's wrong with that picture? Ascension crowd. What's wrong with that picture? Did Laura Eisenhower ever told you about 1,000 children a day? Lives? So then Club Idiots Assembly can tell you a story how it is aliens who are stealing our children. And how zombie ascension, because you have to be first zombie to accept ascension teachings. You have to be. Because without having a zombie mentality, you will never accept that twisted crap that they twisted out of abusing children, innocent children. Okay, how about now? Oh my God. Oh, you know what? Am I good now? I might have hit mute. Am I good, you guys? Oh, yes, good, 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 good. Okay. So 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 I'm going to ask you guys. Let's look at the dark side of ascension. So then Laura Eisenhower with Alfred Weber and all of that scum a lot productions, right? They come up, oh, that was wrong ascension. Now we have a better ascension program for you. Okay? So it was false light. Now we're gonna give you the good light, remember, because they're getting now the good light, So they're gonna give you a new ascension program. But to be in a to have the need for ascension, you have to admit and stand in the victim mentality, meaning you are broken here. And this is why I call them mentally ill, because they are broken in their mind, because every one of them have been abused. And instead of Laura, so listen to me, Laura, instead of protecting your abusers, Laura Eisenhower, because they abuse their own. They abuse their own. They have no compassion. They abuse their own. And they do abuse them as children, their own parents. They do this to their own children. I will guarantee you that. It is a fact. It is a fact. So let's look at the dark side of ascension, and then look at the dark side of the truth of it. So it started long ago. Stealing of the children started long ago. And what happened when the children started disappearing? Alien stories started showing up in alternative media, started pushing them. They cut me off, I think, on Facebook. So anyway, at least I'm here on YouTube. So what had started happening? Secret space program. What do you think secret space program? They weren't telling you. It's two pedo club pretending to be aliens, right? And so we have media like Goyim TV that is publicly traded, that if you dig a little bit, just not even far as Eisenhower. You just dig back to Jean-Benet Ramsey. Just that far. When you're like, let's bring that dark side of that out. And let's see how Goyim TV, police, our friends at FBI, like Schneider here in Denver, and Ray in Washington, D.C. Hello, Ray. Hi. Hello, Schneider. Hello, Schneider. Remember when I called you and told you that I know where 1,000 children a day, missing a day, go? Do you guys think any of them call back to find out what happens to American missing children? Oh no, they sent police to threaten me, to terrorize me when I ask those questions. When I tell them, hey, excusez-moi, mademoiselle, hello, hello, mademoiselle, hello, mademoiselle Schneider in Denver. I know where children are at, where they've been going to. Do you care to find out? So far, no interest. So let's see. The only interest is to send police my way. Okay. So, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, 316. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I know they're out of diapers, I think. That's why they haven't called yet. They're out of diapers because complicit. And so that's what's going on. So, yep. And so how complicit? And so this is the side, like what I'm looking at, Laura Eisenhower. I'm looking at the Club Idiots Assembly because, you know, what they're going to do right now. Because what they're doing. And so let's look at the zombie ascension, right? You have to first to submit to being zombie. 2014, I come up with that prediction or the reading for human consciousness and what to expect in, in next decade, in a way, and how we are as a totality of human consciousness, how we're moving forward and how we're gonna evolve. And so without looking at the truth of it all, we can't evolve. And so I know that this information, like I said, is not for everyone, but it is for those of you that understand what we're dealing with here. This is a spiritual war. And what coming up is this spiritual, physical, and all kinds of in between abuse. And that's what we're going to be dealing with. And so that's why maybe we have to kind of start looking at this from the darker side. And then what happens is when you shine the light on the darkness, it dissipates, because when you see and then you have the compassion for these people, nothing personal against Laura. I have so much compassion. It's the individual that needs a lot of help, a lot of restoration, healing. This is someone who knows nothing but abuse and horrid, horrific abuse, because the space program is all based on abuse of genetics, abuse of children, abuse of everything. And like I said, they patented our DNA. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they're taking your breath away, literally. They want to choke you to death right now. The zombies are out there. I said 85% of the planet will be zombies. Was I wrong? I think I was too nice when I was talking about 85%. I think we're at 90 or something. I'm just ranting now, I guess. Okay. So, all right. You guys have any questions? Yes. Thank you, darling. All right. So, do you guys have any questions? If you do, put them in. But we're gonna look more at. So, I wanted to look. You have to have sort of like Yanni. You said, "Wow, truth is harsh. Oh, it's so hard." And this is what, when you realize the truth, and the truth is so difficult at first, you want to scream because it's painful at first. It's so painful when you shine the light on that darkness that is trying to hide underneath the mask of goodness. But see, when you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, then you also, by developing your own abilities and paying attention to the temple within and developing your own connection with eternity, then you are developing the capabilities and abilities to actually have the ability to shine the light on the darkness or know what you're talking about. But if you accepted that you do not belong to eternity unless you accept draconian law of religion and all other rape-based, abuse-based reality, any form of it, spiritual, physical, emotional, any, psychological. If you're standing still in that abuse frequency and screaming from there, "Oh, I'm here in so much pain, I need to get out of here, and somebody please fix me," but you're not willing to step out of your own reality to look at it and see the dark and the light that so many ascension teachers out there are talking about. Choose the light. Don't look at the dark. Don't look over here at the darkness. Just choose the light. Just one eye here. Just choose the light and just follow me. I'll lead you there. They don't want you to reach the essence of the dark, because the dark that within you is like in the pyramid. When you go into king's chambers, that's the dark I'm talking about. That's the wolf power you get there when you come into your own king's chamber. That's when you know the dark and you know the light and you know how to will your power. And that's what ultimately why I also going to look at the dark side of the and I've talked a lot about it. In the future, maybe I'll look at the dark side of symbology and all of that stuff, and how the black magicians use that, and for example, here's your 5 pointed star. quintessence of human being. That's what it represents. And what did they do? Like you were talking about, was it you, Truth Seeker? When you know yourself, you don't see things as evil, and you just see yourself as the path you walk through. And you're equally seeing both sides at all times because you're in equilibrium. So that's why you're absolutely right in a way. But the thing is, your perspective changes when you see it from the inner point, when you can reach into that fearless space, the king chambers within, the temple within, right? And so that's basically, so by being in that space, see, this is where you are standing in your eternity, knowing that you belong to eternity because there's no other place. Right? So within the pyramid, so that's knowing the self, that you are it. And so that's what it represents. And then, like I talk about, like Native Americans have so much of the stories. I just absolutely love Native American stories. Maybe it's because we're cousins. So that's why maybe so much of the animal wisdom present there. And I love animal wisdom. I just absolutely, that's been this is who I've been raised by. To be honest with you guys, I was raised by, animals in the wild areas around me, and I still do it. I still go visit. I have animals here. I think I never told you guys that I got 2 new baby owls, Buddha and Gandhi. Did I tell you about them? But Mama brought them out for like 2 weeks, and they were so close to the trail, and people, and then when I would go visit them, people would stop by and like look and stuff. They weren't like in their den, deeper in. And so then after 2 weeks, she was watching all this stuff. It was too much for her. So I think she moved them. And so they're somewhere else. I can't find them. But yeah, but the last year one, from the last year one, he's in his den. He's going and coming and going. He's a big boy now. He's a big boy. He's all grown up. My owl's all grown up. But you know what he does sometimes when we come with my big black wolf, Saxon. We come sometimes because I don't see him in the trees. And sometimes now, because I don't know if he does it on purpose, he flies from one to another tree just so I can see him or something. Because sometimes I'm looking, I don't know where he is. So I'm like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Or maybe he's not there. I don't know. But anyway, that's the owl story. So, but the thing is, even the owl and mythology and all of that stuff and how that's been twisted, and then they worship it because it's of the seeing, because what it is, here we go, brought up, owls have the capability, right? They develop capability or nature given ability, right? This is what your capability as human being, as a shaman is. You just stand in eternity, and then you trust yourself. You trust the God within, just like that owl trusts to see it at night. They have the best vision in the darkness, right? They see at night. They see in the dark. So that's why they're worshipped, because they are so their wisdom represent to us again that king's chamber is within. That's what that whole thing represents. Seeing, the ability to see in the darkness, through the darkness, see through illusion, see through everything. It's the eyes to see, like Jesus was talking about in the Bible, and the ears to hear. That's the ability. That's the God-given sort of, just like the nature gives ability to an owl to see at night. The same way, our nature gives us ability to communicate with God. And that's what the whole thing is all about. This is what it means to be a child of God. it knowing that you are that eternity. That's exactly what Jesus taught, that you are the eternity. And so, and you are it. And you are it. And I think I've been talking about this ever since we started Wild Wisdom Warriors, is that you are it. And whatever is, and you know, whatever is that is in your path, walk like you own the place. Good, bad, because you are, if you are. That's the paradox. You have to own your reality. Nobody's going to give it to you. It's like, see, believing in ascension and not believing in yourself, because that's what it is. Believing in ascension is believing in external salvation. And that's what Jesus have touched about it last time. What Jesus talked about it, that when this people, you know, it's like, and he said, God forgive them because they do not know what they do, right? So because they don't have the ability, they don't have the natural, and this is why I say genetically they're ill, because they don't have ability and capability to know even that they belong to eternity, that such a thing exists. They never experienced that. They never been the truth. They only know what they've been filled with. That's all they know, because the mind was broken and it's not, doesn't have a God within operating it. It's twisted all. And it's given its power to external force. Yeah, Joe. Responsibility, even if it's very, very scary. And like I talked about it, sometimes we have to face the devil. We have to look the devil in the eye when we're shamans. Because fearless. And that's what the responsibility is, that the act and all of that. And so then what you and right, Zur, you talk about, yes, it's fragmentation. And so a lot of people talking about healing, but that's the healing of your own mind being fragmented is this process of awakening or process of enlightenment that people come to, or the stairway to heaven. As Led Zeppelin would sing, right? So you basically, because that it's once you connect and look at that, all of that, that you're not separate from the essence of this, because you are in this, because you are that quintessence. This is what holds you as Castaneda would say, I forgot that quote, but this is what holds you being together. This is what operates you, your reality. This is you. This is your eternal, eternal you. And so to be at this point in this non-fragmented, Zur, as you would say, when you're in this state, there's no need for ascension, because you know you're it. And this is when it becomes following your joy is what starts your journey, because you follow what it is that your passion, what it is that your experience, what it is that you learning from your own experiences. How do you apply your own abilities, God-given ability, nature-given ability, your wisdom, your knowledge, your gnosis, all of that that is given to you? How are you applying that? And that's the process of self-realization, is because you realize how your, like I talked about, how your own experience is your own higher path. How you see little you, limited you in this little body as this quintessence or mind of it all, as we talked about through the Hermetic principle teachings. And this is also the other thing, is that this is what it is. This is that spirit. There's so many different words about this quintessence. So now I'm back kind of from, looking at the dark side of something. And I figure that each of my journal, I kind of will take a closer look and try to be as neutral as possible, but I'm not going to dance around on the shells because people from Scamalot Productions can't handle the truth. You know what I mean? Because they can't handle the truth. Right? So they're gonna cry, Lily, we can't handle the truth. So please don't judge us. GoMTV is shitting their diapers right now. Oh shit. Oh shit. We're gonna go back and excavate every little piece of abuse that happened in that public traded company, and let's see how much of abuse is happening there. That's gonna open the door. So Diane, remember, you guys, I'm gonna tell you a little. 9 minutes left. Okay, I'll tell you a little story. When I went to Keystone, okay. Yes, absolutely, Ramus. You said something really brilliant. They're still pushing invasion, enslavement, because they're master slaves. Like I said, they're master slaves. So that's all they know. They only know, okay, choose slave to being either slave or master slave. And so they strive to be master slave, but it's all, hello, inverted Masons. Oh, we're gonna do shameful things with our junk over there, and then we're gonna cover it with little white apron, and we're gonna be, that's our salvation. We're gonna save ourselves for all the shameful things we do to children, but we're gonna put the little white apron on to cover our shame. We're safe. God will forgive us. You know what I mean? Those kind of people. They're learning how to ascend. And they're gonna cover their shameful things with the little white envelope. Okay. Yeah, you ain't gonna cover that. And Lori Eisenhower, come on. I mean, are you gonna still go on and try to control or something, or try to pretend like there is no, that American children, 1,000 children a day are not missing? Are you gonna, Lori, pretend that they're not missing? Or for any matter, any of the other people out there that teaching you ascension, or that we need to do this or that, and now they're jumping, like I said, on that. Oh, we're gonna talk to you about how to save our children or save the children. Which one's right? What's wrong? Oh, they can't figure it out. Oh, yo. And so because they can't figure it out, let's go ahead and then just keep on fighting about that. Who's gonna ascend? Who's gonna not ascend? Oh, Blue Evans is not gonna pick you up, Lily. You're a bad girl. Lily, you're a bad girl. We're gonna fight, right, David Wilcock? Right, GoMTV? You're gonna tell humanity that publicly traded company, GoMTV, pretending and telling humanity that they're blue avians are truth, right? They present it to you as truth. That secret space program. But all this time, what is it based on? Abused children, adrenochrome, pedophiles, rituals. Hello, Jean Benet. How many Jean Benets there are in Boulder County alone? In Boulder County alone, how many Jean Benet Ramses there are? GoMTV. Let's find out that media company. Tell us about that. But you've been lying to us that those are aliens, when in fact, it's a stupido club. So the blue avians is a cover for a stupido people. So they're out there telling you, because when the time comes, they were going to pull off that their whatever. And when the people say, what happening to our children, 1,000 children a day? So how long was Wilcock at GoMTV, and how long has GoMTV told you about blue avians coming to give you salvation? Did they once told you about who they are serving? And did they tell any of you the truth? Or where the 1,000 children go in a day? Where do the 1,000 children go a day, Wilcock? Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know then? And your blue avians didn't know either? How about you, GoMTV? Oh, you guys didn't know either? Oh, your media company. But you didn't know. And then you have all this abuse going on within your company. So we're going to take a look at that. Okay? So this is what I was talking about. See? Media companies. Go find. Yeah, they're not pedo club. Oh, they're not pedo club. Go find CNN reporters with little children and their shows with little children. Oh, no, they're not pedo club. No, they're not pedo club. We're going to have to believe it, right? Laura Eisenhower, you're going to talk us into aliens crap? And we're supposed to forget that your grandpa started that stealing 1,000 children a day from Americans? How many millions has your bloodline, Laura Eisenhower, stole American children? How many American children have you stole? This is what I want from you. This is the information I would like to know as an American. This is what I would like to know. How many children? How many children? This is what I want to know. So, thank you, Judith. And they're going to talk to you about Ascension. Shameless scum. But they're sick. They're all sick in their heads. And so like David Wilcock and Goody, I'm going to do a special program, broken mind. Yeah, sure it's true. GoMTV, sure it's true. Oh, you need that story. Why do you need that story? So this is the thing. I'm a Lily. Nosy Lily. Why? Why do you need that big of a story? What are you covering up? What are you covering up? Why the lie has to be so huge? Oh, you covering up 1,000 children a day missing. And you want me to move on? Sorry, losers. Sorry, zombies. You have no brains. Remember, they have no brains. That's why I finally figured it out. Why in zombie movies, zombies say we need brains. So today when I go out there and everyone who's wearing a mask, now I see them as zombies. And I understand why zombies ask for brain, because they don't have people now. They don't have brains to figure out that little piece of cloth is not going to protect them from virus. They don't have brains to figure that out. They don't have two working cells to say, oh, this is not protecting me from virus. So something does not add up here. But zombie goes, oh, I don't know how to think. I need brains. I need brains. I need ascension. I need to ascend to Mars. Because people, please don't find out about my grandpa selling 1,000 children a day for torture and adrenochrome production. Please don't find out, people. I am suffering so much because you're gonna find out. Too late. Too late. All right, you guys, I've been on here for an hour. This has been wonderful. I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I don't know if there was questions again. This is just, it is what it is. It is a journal. I love you all so much. Until next time, I don't know when. Hopefully Susanna's not going to be acting up. Oh, Susie, you want to say bye? Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. I love you all so much. Until next time, all my shamans, you stay strong and you stand in eternity and you stay wild, 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 wild. Love you all. Bye.